The billionaire CEO wanted to test his new wife's true feelings, so he deliberately hired a pedicab to move her belongings. Before she could say a word, he swept her up onto the three-wheeled vehicle. When they arrived at their destination, he lied, claiming his company had gone bankrupt and they'd have to live in this old house from now on. His wife mistakenly believed he'd sold his luxury mansion to marry her. The truth was, they'd been high school classmates. She'd secretly loved him for years, but knowing he came from an elite family while she was just an ordinary girl, the social gap seemed insurmountable. She never dared confess, keeping her feelings hidden. Years after graduation, fate brought them together again. The CEO recognized her instantly, but that same night, after being set up by a scheming woman, his wife, worried about his health, followed him, only to be pulled into his room where they spent the night together. Later, the CEO's friend discovered her foster father was seriously ill and needed an $800,000 surgery. Convinced she was just after the CEO's money, the friend warned him, but the CEO ignored the call and went straight to the hospital where her father was being treated. There, he found her utterly helpless. After calling every contact she knew, she sat on the floor, silently crying over the impossible medical bill. That's when the CEO appeared before her. He made an offer, marry him, and he'd cover the costs. After an inner struggle, she agreed. When she entered the shabby house with him, he expected disgust, but instead, she was consumed by guilt, believing he downgraded his life to save her father. She vowed to work hard and repay him. Stunned that she showed no contempt for his bankruptcy, he assumed she was pretending, until he found her designed sketchbook and saw his own portrait drawn with unmistakable tenderness. Only then did he understand her true heart.